Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is the 45th tutorial in this course, and in this tutorial we are going to talk about exception handling in Python, and we're going to check out a very simple program, and through that we'll understand what exception handling is and why we need to use it, right? So what I've done is I have created a program that asks the user to enter two numbers, right? Numerator and denominator, and then what I've tried to do is I've tried to divide the numerator and the denominator by converting them first into their integer forms, because we've received the input using the input function, and when you use the input function to take input from the user, you get it in string format, right? So in order to convert it into numeric format and perform the division, I've used the integer function here, and then I've stored the result of the division in a variable called res, short form for result, and then finally I've used the print function to display the result, right? So it's a very simple program. I didn't write it fresh for you guys because I thought that, since it's so simple, let's just save some time. So I'll execute this file and I'll enter 15 for numerator and I'll enter 5 for denominator, and I get the result as 3, right? So that's perfectly fine. The program's working okay. But what if I execute this program with 15 as the value for numerator and 0 as the value for denominator? In this case, we get this traceback error, which honestly isn't pretty looking. It says that 0 division error is what it has encountered, and you cannot divide by 0. Obviously, that's something that we know. And even if you would try to do this in a simple calculator, you would get into something like, I don't know what the heck you're trying to do. So if you know that in your program you can have such situations in which the interpreter doesn't know what you're trying to do, and it doesn't know how to deal with the situation, then you can place your error prone code into what is known as a try block. So in this case, if I have to do that, then what I'll do is, just before performing the division operation, I'll type in the keyword try and a colon and get this statement, the division statement in the try block. And if suppose an error is encountered in this try block, then we can have a corresponding except block, and in that we can use the print function to display a message, not the traceback error, but something that is at least a little pleasant to the eye, right? So I can display something like I have to put it in the double quotes, you can't divide by 0 baby, okay, and an exclamation symbol, and I'll get the closing double quote. And if an error is not encountered, then we can have an else block and have this print statement, the one that was going to display the result for us, in the else block, right? And I'll put in a result here and a comma, and I'll also get in a colon here, right? So yeah, I guess we're good to go now. I'll save the file, and when I execute the program now, if I type in 15 for the numerator and 0 for the denominator, this time I don't get this traceback, but I get the message you can't divide by 0, right? So if you are having Python code running in the back end of your website, then you would obviously not want your users to freak out by seeing something like this, right? Because this is intimidating. And in all other cases, if I would execute this file with 25 as the value for the numerator and 5 as the value for denominator, it would do just the same as it did earlier. So it's displaying the result 25 by 5, which is 5 to me, right? So that's it about exception handling. And there are a lot of different kinds of uses that you can have for this concept, and I just wanted to introduce you guys to the topic of exception handling. And if you want to learn more, then obviously Google is the king. You can search for applications of exception handling in any language, and you can pick up concepts from there, right? So I hope you guys had fun watching this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one, and you may subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Till then, take care.